Abandon fear and trust yourself. Open up to all life's wealth. Tap into a sixth sense with intuitive intelligence.
Welcome to the Intuitive Intelligence Podcast with your host, Bernadette Gold. We are getting back on board with posting to the podcast weekly. And I wanted to share this coaching session I did for someone, one of our Charm Life graduates. And just full disclosure, she needed some coaching. And I said, that's cool. I'll give you a complimentary session if you let me record it. And we'll keep all of your personal information out of it because I think the conversation will help a lot of people. So what you're going to hear is an edited version of a coaching session I did for her. Backstory: she experienced a major trauma in February. Her house caught fire at midnight one night and she lost pretty much everything. Which in turn, she thought, well, maybe I'm having PTSD because she just didn't stop during that time, which is something common for a lot of people. You have a major upset or trauma, and fire, big trauma, right? It creates a disconnect within your energy if you don't stop and grieve and process and take time to recover. So I thought this is a perfect episode to share with you. Mind you, I have edited out a lot. This was over an hour session. I removed the clearing that we did, and yet, you hear her say how she's feeling, but I did remove those portions because it involves her personal stuff. So took those out, but she knows full well. So I have her permission. I don't want you to think, oh, she's just sharing people's coaching sessions. No, this was set up ahead of time. So I hope it helps any of you who are trying to understand what your mind is doing and your body when you hit this place of feeling very stuck or overwhelmed, or you get triggered into PTSD. So enjoy the episode. If you would like to schedule with me and experience a rapid breakthrough, feel free to contact me. And if you know anyone who needs to hear this type of information, make sure you share the episode with them. Subscribe to the podcast. Love to hear your feedback on any of this. Visit my website, bernadettegold.com. You can find me on Facebook at Enchanted Wealth and on YouTube as Bernadette Gold. I have, all kinds of social media, different ways for you to connect, different ways for you to join in. And I would love it if you joined our community on Facebook as well, or our Patreon community. And all of that can be found right on my website. So go to bernadettegold.com and discover how you can take your life to the next level. So you're telling me that you have some PTSD stuff going on.
Yeah, something's wonky.
Well, let's think about this for a moment. How long ago did your house catch fire?
That was in February.
Okay. And you lost pretty much everything.
Yes.
All right. And that was right after you bought a new car, right?
Which I'm having issues with now.
Are you?
Yeah, Mercury retrograde. It's hit me.
Yeah. And you had just started a new relationship.
And I broke up with him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He was a weirdo. He needed to go.
Okay. But then on top of that, you got a new job.
Yeah.
After the other new job.
Yeah.
So, and you have not stopped moving, going. You tackled the fire thing, which was damn traumatic, and you're lucky that nobody got it. And all of that. So yeah. What stuff's coming up for you though that you're recognizing?
I feel stuck.
In what way?
And that's been a familiar theme. Like something bad will happen and they'll start this negative mind circling and I'll be stuck and I won't see any way out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll have a few good days and I'm like, okay, I know who I am. I got this.
Mm-hmm. And none of your tools are working?
Well, they do, like in short term.
Okay.
But it's like I have this dark cloud over me
Gotcha.
that wants to like derail anything good happening.
So, and one of the things that I want to ask you right now is this a pattern? Do you recognize that this is a patterning happening? Like good things happen, something bad happens. Good things happen, something bad happens.
Yes.
Okay. Did you read
like you're waiting for the other shoe to drop?
Did you read the post I put up today?
I'm not sure which one.
Oh, okay. So I put a post up today about this very thing, about recognizing these types of patterning. You know, a lot of people will call it self-sabotage, right? And it really is just, it's unconscious strategies for survival, right? When we're young, good things happen, and right following something good, if we have a parent who's absent or isn't there for us or disappoints us, right? Or say,
which both of them are absent.
Right. So answer this. Did you have the experience when you were a child where either you were waiting for one of your parents to step up and they promised you they were going to do something and you got all excited and waited for it, and then big disappointment didn't happen?
Like that was the theme of my childhood.
Okay. So then that pattern is still there, activated. Right?
Yeah.
But alongside that pattern is another thing that happens, naturally happens, where we sit there and we think, you know, if nothing's happening, I need to make it happen, or fear of another shoe's going to drop.
Yeah, I feel that a lot. Like, in order for something to happen, I have to be the one to do it. And that's been a block.
It's just a pattern. It's just a behavior pattern. And it's a survival strategy of the ego, of the inner child, right?
Right.
So what if nothing had to happen? What if what you're believing isn't true and actually nothing needed to happen? What if you weren't actually stuck, you just kind of feel stuck because drama isn't happening?
Because the ego wants me to feel stuck.
Well, okay. When we're used to experiencing high levels of pressure and stress, and this is true with anyone who goes through a trauma, think about it, right? You experience this massive trauma. You've got to pull it together and you're dragging ass through it, but you are going to get through it. You are a doer. You're a fire sign like me. I know how this one goes. There's something to be done. I got to take care of it. I'll grieve later. I'll cry later. I'll fall apart later. Go, 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 go. But later never comes.
And now I'm just like falling apart at the seams. Like I can't sleep.
Yeah. I wonder why. You weren't asleep when your house caught fire.
Yeah.
You don't think that that's maybe part of it?
Well, I'm sure it has a lot to do with it. I wake up at midnight every night.
And when did your house catch fire?
At midnight.
Okay. So.
And I can't go back to sleep.
So there is your body is on high alert and it's living the pattern. You're still stuck in that one, right? So that event, and this is true of any trauma happens. Our bodies, our subconscious, it goes on high alert, right? Especially if you don't take time to process through what's happening. You didn't have time to process through. You're a single mom. You had to keep it going and pay the bills and find a new place to live. And oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And work was stressful at that time too, right?
Uh-huh.
So you didn't process all of it. And when you go through trauma, your electromagnetic energy field gets all wonked, right? It blows circuitry, for lack of a better way to explain it. But then on top of it, your mental and emotional body, your central nervous system goes into reverse polarity, and now you're just on alert. You're stuck in fight, flight, or freeze.
Yes.
Or all three, right? Not as mysterious as you think.
I almost feel like I need the drama, but I don't need it. I don't want it.
And prior to the fire, and I'll tell you, like prior to the fire, when you were in Charm Life, you were doing amazing. You had that to keep you going and the support and everything else. But prior to the trauma, there was, I'm sure in your history, and I know some of your history, there was this repeated pattern of push, push, push. Something big comes up I have to take care of. Either a relationship blows up, something happens with the kids, something happens at work. And I know your history with work, you were the person who put out the fires.
Yes.
And the fire juggler. And the do all be all, everything starts and ends with you, and you're responsible. So it was playing out in work. It's played out in your relationships. It's played out in your life, throughout your life. And now it's time to decide, do you choose to continue this pattern now that you recognize this is just a pattern from childhood?
Yeah, I can see that.
It sucks that you've carried it as long as you have. However, you can choose not to carry that pattern forward anymore. Yes?
Yes.
All right. So you want to clear it? All right. Take a deep breath and tell me how you feel on that one.
Okay. I feel lighter in the heart and throat.
Okay. Is there pressure someplace else?
I have pressure in my third eye.
And tell me what that did.
I felt tingly through my neck.
Okay.
But I feel I'm not like in my heart chakra.
Okay. So the energy is somewhat moving around. What, if you had to name that energy over your heart, what do you think that is?
The first thing that popped into my head was sadness.
Over the loss?
I don't know, just sadness.
Okay. And that may be your inner child. It could be lots of things. If you had to hazard a guess, what would you say? Is it your inner child, or is it the loss that you just incurred?
I feel like it's me trying to be too strong for too long.
Okay. So what would it be like if you had support, if you allowed yourself to not have to be so strong? If you made it okay to fall apart when it was called for, to grieve in the moment, to let go in the moment?
That would feel freeing. I would feel so much lighter.
What's stopping that from happening?
Trust.
In?
The process?
What process is that, honey?
I always want to second guess everything.
In other words, you want to be in control of everything.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not second guessing. That's I want to manage and control everything, which again is a default program. Right? One that you've had experience in the past of releasing, I know, because of your experience in Charm Life. But that one comes back when we've gotten more and more disconnected from the truth of who we are and from our creator and our internal magic, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what's it going to take for you to trust again? Because that's a choice.
I don't know. It felt like it has to be. And I'm sure this is ego talking, but I feel like it has to be the right situation, the right circumstances.
So are we talking about an individual reason to trust right now, like a certain situation, or are we talking just overall in life?
In life, because I know we're not supposed to focus on the outcome.
What do you mean?
Well, we're not supposed to focus on the how.
Right.
And that's my problem. I see the outcome. I have faith in the outcome, but I want to, well, how is this going to happen? And how is that going to happen? Yeah. I need to let go.
Yeah. Okay. So tune back into your heart for a minute. And to that sadness. What is it really about?
Feeling safe.
Yes. Breathe that in, deep breath in, blow out any remaining resistance, and tell me how you feel.
I feel calm and I have tears running down my face.
Let them out. Don't hold them back. That's good. That's a sign that you're purging now. So let them go. Is there anything tied to the tears, or are they just wanting to release?
I think they just want to go away.
They just want to release. Yeah. Because you've been holding in the tears for how long?
Months.
So part of what you let go of too is needing to appear strong. When, look, anyone that knows you knows how solid, rock solid you are, how strong you are. But what if crying wasn't a sign of weakness? Crying is just your relief valve.
Then it would feel safe to cry.
Okay, well, what if? Because truly, tears have salt, tears are purifying. This is just your emotional relief valve. You've been stuffing it down, and now the tears are coming because it wants to just come out. So you are safe. Nothing's going to happen from you crying. The world isn't going to stop, and nobody's going to get hurt or angry. And it doesn't change you being strong. Can you let yourself just let it out?
Yeah, I need to.
So let it out. So what else is there that wants to come out or wants permission to leave?
Financial difficulties, car issues.
All of those are symptoms, right?
Of feeling safe.
All of those external, and I'm not saying that financial difficulties aren't challenging to deal with. They are. And car issues aren't a pain in the butt sometimes. They are. But they are external circumstances and symptoms of an internal problem. So when we don't take care of what's going on inside, and you know this, it has to manifest outside to where we can see it, physically see it and experience it. Right? What's going on with your car?
Oh, I'm having a transmission issue. But I have people at a local church that, they help diagnose the issue. They'll probably help fix it. It's still going to cost money out of my pocket, but I don't see.
How about you get the universe to pay for it? You manifested crazy stuff when you need it.
Yes.
So what makes you think that this time's any different?
That feeling of how is it going to happen?
But you didn't know before how. When you needed tires before, you didn't know how. And you manifested the exact amount of money you needed for your tires. You lost your whole house in a fire and you just replenished an entire house.
Yep.
And you didn't know how that was going to happen or that it was going to happen in so much abundance. So what is stopping you from going back to remembering and how powerful you are and believing in a benevolent universe to provide for you through other people?
That's just me showing lack of trust in the universe.
And you've had some crazy manifested things. Yes?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So why did you stop? Why are you stopping it?
Because I'm hard-headed as fuck.
And honest. At least you're honest. Okay.
Yeah.
Are you done being hard-headed and beating your head up against the wall? How?
Yeah, because I'm tired.
Yeah, hand it over. You're tired because your energy is going towards trying to hold the weight of the world. You're not Atlas. Like, you can't do that, right? You've been able to come up with the craziest solutions immediately. You want a new job? A store opens just for you. You don't like that job? Another job pops up. I mean, you've had incredible, incredible blessings.
Oh, I've had 3 job offers this week.
Okay.
So
So something
making more money. Yeah.
I want you to remember who you are. Who are you?
I'm Wendy and I'm awesome.
Master manifester.
There you go.
You know this. Do you remember how many people in Charm Life were just blown away and kind of jealous when you were like left and right manifesting your ass off with ease?
Oh, they were my heroes. They were my motivators.
I know, but at first everyone's like, oh my God, how come it's happening for her so fast? And everybody gets their chance in the sun. The trick is to remember all them things that you did, which is why I tell you guys to journal, right? Journal it, because there will come a time where you slide down the mountain and you need to remember what came before so that you can get back up to the top really fast. So now's your chance to get back to the top really fast. And I'm here to remind you how powerful a manifestor and creator you are. And these patterns that you've been living in are just that. They're just patterns. The car, financial difficulties, you've got job offers that pay you more money coming in. And I think part of the beauty in all of this stuff happening right now, Wendy, is this. You can't accept a better paying job with more ease until you clear the need to have it be difficult.
Without the difficult strings attached.
Can you allow yourself and give yourself permission to have the money and to have joy in life and a stable job and things going well without the struggle, the drama, the trauma, and the chaos?
Heck yeah. Heck yeah.
Then choose that now.
And you know that guy that I was telling you about? I recognized very easily that he was an old pattern and I let that go. Like, I'm like, oh, he's a narcissist. I'm not doing that again.
Not available for that. So if you're not available for those things, what are you available for now?
Abundance and all the things that I want and deserve.
Fun, but call them out. Don't just call it abundance. It's too vague. You don't want an abundance of things to juggle. So specific. What do you want?
The money to take care of everything I want and need, and to be able to share with others that have helped me along the way.
Trips to Louisiana, New Orleans.
Trips to Louisiana with my friends.
Yes.
And yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Be able to travel and see my family.
You need to write all this down tonight. What am I creating? Good. And because you're rested, you have more capacity to see the patterns.
Yes.
So they can stop now. The minute you recognize it is the minute it loses half its steam anyways. But then when you choose to clear it, consciously choose to clear it, it doesn't have a grasp on you. The minute you see yourself starting to go back into that energy, you just call a stop to it and create something different. And honestly, at this point, that's what I'm saying. What do you want instead? Because that what I want instead is also what you're choosing. It's what you're choosing instead of struggle. All right.
Yes.
Okay. So how do you feel?
I'm smiling.
That was quick. You aren't as stuck as you thought, are you?
No.
Just chasing your tail, just being the chihuahua.
Being the hamster.
And you don't have to anymore, nor do you have to do it alone. And I think that's a big part of this, right? Maybe it took you having a fire, having a guy, having a job, and having a job, and having, maybe that was the catalyst for you to see the pattern. So that, which also means, and this is the beauty, also means something really freaking good is coming down the pike. That the universe is going, hey, clean this up, like hurry up and clean this up so you don't lose it when it comes.
Oh, I've always heard that. I think I learned that from you, actually. You have to clear out the old to make room for the new.
And when something big is coming, something usually falls apart to get our attention enough to clean the mess up that will cause lost opportunity, or whatever, or to cause it to slide out. And we always get that pre-warning if we're willing to see it. So that's where know thyself, right? Like the more you know yourself, you know when things are off. And the reality is this: people disappoint us. The universe is not the one that disappoints us. The sun comes up every single day and it goes down every single day. Air is always available. The universe did not disappoint us. People disappointed us. People let us down.
That's true. There's a bigger picture.
Yeah, so to distrust the universe when it was humans. What? Humans are fallible. We're in a dense reality, Wendy. We don't remember what we're doing here. Hell, half the people don't even realize they're spirits. They just think they're human.
I've started remembering my dreams. I haven't been sleeping much since the fire, but I started taking valerian root, and I'm on day 5, and I've started remembering my dreams again.
Why do you think that is?
Because I'm actually fucking sleeping.
Yeah, you were at your capacity. You were way above your capacity. You can't add or access information when you're already, your brain is full, you're at capacity, you're not getting any rest. You can't access your gifts. They don't work. I know this as a psychic. I can tell you, when you're worn out, when you're sick, when you're tired, when you're not sleeping, when you're stressed out and you're at capacity, you can't access information from your dreams. You can't access your intuition. It doesn't work until you stop, till you slow down.
I've still got little psychic things that, I'll go to the store and I'll pick something up and I'll know how much it is before I even look at the price tag, like the exact number. I'm very good at that.
Big answers that you've been seeking. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, cool parlor trick, but it's useless if you can't get the information you're needing to get the answers you want. I have no doubt you're still being guided. We're still guided even when we're at capacity. But when we keep up like that, the universe shows us in different ways, like our cars.
Yeah.
Right? That, hey, things are breaking down here. And what's transmission? How you shift.
Yeah.
Here you're in.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah. So, not to say that now the car can be magically fixed. I went through that with my Maxima. Twice my transmission blew, actually 3 times my transmission blew. And it was when I was doing stuff like you've been doing. One trauma, one catastrophe after another, after another, after another, after another. And finally, after the 3rd transmission blew, I was like, what's going on here? Oh, breakneck speeds. Not noticing that I need to take a chill. You're really not far off, honey. You just seem to have forgotten your creator. You're not far off.
Oh, I remember the words. I guess I just wasn't feeling it. You know what I mean?
You went through a massive trauma.
Like I was telling myself all this stuff every day.
Yeah, but when you go through trauma, your energy field gets massively disrupted Your
disconnected.
emotional processes go back to past events and past things. You go on higher. When you get triggered into high alert, fight, flight, or freeze, those old patterns will come back. And the reality is
Abandon
those
fear
patterns never
and
really
trust
left.
yourself.
They were still there
Open
waiting
up
to be
to all life's
released.
wealth. Tap into a sixth sense with intuitive intelligence.